welcome back. You're watching All About Stocks on ET Now. Paras Edinwala, the Managing Director of Capital Portfolio Advisors, is with us right now. Paras, we have a couple of questions that have come in from viewers. Ajit is holding 4,000 shares of HCL Info Systems, which he bought at 46 rupees and 15 paise. He tells us he's a long-term investor and he wants to know if he should continue holding this or switch to other stocks. I also want to bring up the rupee at this point. We saw it end fairly low on Friday. It was at a 3-month low. Could you very quickly tell us what your call is on the rupee and how do you expect that to affect IT stocks?
Rupee is weakening due to two reasons. One is dwindling interest, investor interest or portfolio interest into the country. And two, which is a more important reason, that's because of rising imports and falling exports. So I think the pressure in the very short term will continue. And therefore, IT stocks, the pure IT service providers and not HCL Info, they tend to benefit out of this falling rupee.
All right, and specifically for HCL Info, what's your call on that stock?
I'm not particularly favorably disposed towards the stock for the simple reason, if you look at the results of the company, quarter after quarter, there is clearly a pressure on the business. So, although the company keeps on declaring good dividends and is an excellent dividend yield play, but whatever dividend that the investors might earn is kind of partially or fully neutralized by the depreciation in the stock price. So, I think there are much better stocks available. Even if one wants to play a dividend yield story, I think there are better stocks that can be played rather than staying invested in HCL Info Systems.
We have a quick question from Shashikant, who wants to buy some power stocks. Wants to know which one is a better bet, BGR Energy or NTPC at this point. He tells us he's a long-term investor with a time horizon of 8 to 10 years.
I think that's a great investment horizon, and my sense is some growth-oriented stocks can definitely be bought into for that kind of an horizon. My vote would definitely go in for BGR. My sense is BGR is really building up the blocks for the future and is a very good service provider to companies like NTPC. So the investor can definitely buy into BGR on this kind of a correction and wait patiently over the investment horizon for very good returns.
Right, one quick question from Navindu Sharma, who's planning to buy Corporation Bank or Heidelberg Cement with a 3 to 5 year time horizon. He wants to know, at their current prices, are these good investments for the long term?
Corporation Bank is to my mind, not a particularly great idea. I do not think that they have the kind of growth ambitions that many of its private sector peers have. And if you look at someone like a Yes Bank or IndusInd Bank, they seem to be growing far faster than Corporation Bank. So if one has to take an exposure in the banking industry, I would rather go into this bank rather than going for Corporation Bank. The second stock that you mentioned, that is Heidelberg Cement, I think this is a company to watch out. It has a solid pedigree in the nature of Heidelberg, which is one of the largest cement companies in the world. They know the business very well, has a balance sheet which is very, very strong. So for a 3 to 5 year perspective, Heidelberg Cement can definitely be important.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time on this show. Thank you for sending in those questions. Remember, you can keep writing to us. There's an email ID at the bottom of your screen. You can also reach us on our Facebook page as well. Paras, thank you so much for spending time with us on All About Stocks. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.